Hey guys, back with another episode of Gear and Coffee. I think I'm going to make this a regular thing. Talk about some gear and put out a video every now and then. So let me know what you guys think and if there's anything you guys want to see in particular. So this is the system I like to use when I'm shooting photos or video for fun, or when I'm with my fire department and taking photos of trainings or calls or that sort of thing. It's nice and low profile, which is really big for me. I don't like to say overtly that, hey, I'm a photographer and I've got thousands of dollars of equipment in here. So if I'm carrying around a tripod, I like to hook it on the side there. This is my PhotoPro C5C carbon fiber tripod. Pretty awesome tripod, especially for the price compared to some of the other tripods out there that are made out of carbon fiber. I did wrap the leg on this side with some gaffer tape, about 4 feet. Not only do I have some extra gaffer tape should I need it, but keeps it nice and safe. And I've been testing it to see how well it holds up to the test of time, and really happy with the results. So other two legs are going to get the same treatment, works really well. The bag itself is a Fjallraven Orvik made out of some nice wax canvas, super resistant to abrasions, and looks better as it ages, but also shrugs off a drop or two of rain. Really happy with this. Not overtly a camera bag or designed to be one, but I've made it work out pretty well. In the front here, it's got two generous pockets. I like to keep a rechargeable USB battery right here, which unfortunately is recharging right now. I've got my little zippered battery holster right here, which has a USB battery charger. I can charge things in the field, makes things really nice and easy. I've got my batteries all labeled up sequentially so I can use them in order. I don't have to worry about using one battery over and over and over again and wearing it down. I also keep the charged batteries labeled side up. The depleted batteries are labeled side down. So when it comes in a pinch or in the dark or something, I know which kind of battery I'm grabbing, and I'm not surprised with the dead battery. So in the front here, I like to keep my filters. I've got a bunch of polarizers and neutral density filters and infrared filters. I like to carry a bigger size filter and then adapt with a ring. This lets me keep one filter for several different lenses instead of having 4 or 5 different sized filters of the same kind. Takes up a lot of bulk. So nice and easy and cheap. Little adapter rings, awesome little things. I like to keep a couple pens and a notebook in here just to take down people's information or write down ideas, that sort of thing. Can never have too many pens. I've got my GoPro housing for my Hero 5. I've got a spare tripod bracket in case I need to mount something other than my camera. And of course I've got a Victorinox Tinker. This is the most used tool. I use it a lot to undo my tripod plate and that sort of thing. And secondarily, you never know when you need to open up a beer, so good to have that bottle opener. Moving on to the main compartment here, and the reason why I got this bag is because of the zippered top here. Most of the time I keep this open, but with a flap closed just so I can have faster access. But whenever I want to keep the dust and dirt out, this is an awesome feature. So I like to keep my Geodos Rocket Blaster in here for cleaning off my camera lenses. You never know how much crap and junk you can get in there until you try to take photos in the wild. I've got a little Joby GorillaPod for my GoPro Hero 5, or if I'm really desperate, I can use it on my main camera. But this little camera, I can take it without a housing in swift water and that sort of thing and take photos in somewhere I wouldn't even dare bring my nice camera. Nice thing is it puts out some pretty reasonable raw photo files. So next in here, I've got a Light and Motion Sidekick Duo light. This lets me do some lighting if I really need to. It's not ideal, but it gets the job done. I've also used it in conjunction with my GoPro with some pretty good success. So very versatile little light. If anything, it works as a great little flashlight in a pinch. I like to keep my main camera in this Tenba photo wrap. You can see it's worse for wear and definitely up for replacement, but for the past year or so it's worked out really well. Just haven't really found anything compact that's worked for me yet except for this. So I like to keep my main camera, my Fujifilm X-T1, a little bit older of a camera but still plenty capable nowadays. I've got a 35mm f2 on here. It's the lens that lives on here the most. Probably 80% of the time I'm shooting with this lens. I keep the front of my lens protected with a Rainbow Imaging vented lens hood. These things are absolutely awesome. $4 or $5 on Amazon, and you really can't go wrong. They're all sized individually for whatever kind of lens you have. We've got a couple different styles if you have a telephoto or wide angle. Really, really awesome lens hoods. You can see here I've spared no expense with my lens case here, but this keeps my Samyang 12mm f2 nice and safe. This thing is my go-to wide angle lens. Really awesome, nice field of view without a crazy amount of distortion. The one pain in the butt though is that the lens cap never stays on the back here. It's a little loose, but great lens otherwise. Really, really happy with that. Last but not least, I've got this little ape case. Awesome little lens pouch, by the way, about 14 or 15 bucks on Amazon. Highly recommended. But I like to keep my Fujifilm 56mm f1.2 in here. This is my go-to lens when I'm taking portraits. If it's really dark and I'm taking photos in some pretty poor light conditions, or just kind of a great all-around lens if I want to go a little bit more narrow field of view. But I learned on a 50mm f1.4, so I'm really comfortable with this focal length. And between these two lenses, I don't reach for anything else very often. Every now and then I'll throw in my 18-55 for some action shots, or I'll throw in an adapted Nikon lens just for fun. But between all these three lenses, awesome selection for me, covers all my bases. Let me know what you think of my camera bag. Like I said, I like to keep it minimal and simple, but still nice and capable, and take some pretty cool photos. So thanks for watching, and as always, stay safe.